Hello and welcome to another session on SAT Math. Today's topic is quadratic and exponential functions. Let's start with question number one. It says, which of the following equations represent a quadratic function? So a quadratic function is where x has the power 2. Okay, since these are easy questions, you will find just pointing them out. Okay, question number two says, a train travels a distance of 240 kilometers at a certain speed. If the train speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour, it will take 1 hour less to cover the same distance. What is the original speed of the train? Okay, so I'm probably going to end up with a quadratic equation here that I'm going to try to solve. Okay, so it says it travels a distance of 240 kilometers at a certain speed. Let's call that speed x. If the train speed is increased by 10, so the new speed should be x plus 10, and the time it will take 1 hour less to cover. Okay, so what was the time here? Can I calculate distance over speed? So the time here would be 240 over x minus 1. Okay, and the distance is the same. So let's see if we get an answer out of this. So distance upon speed is equals to time. So 240 over x plus 10 should equal 240 over x minus 1. Solving this further, okay, now I can again do this maybe quickly on my calculator by not cross multiplying and instead trying to solve an equation with the solver. Okay, so 240 over x plus 10 equals to 240 over x minus 1. Okay, let's say I feel that 42 should be the right answer. I'm going to plug in 42 and I'm going to execute and see what I get as the correct answer. It says 44.244. Is that the answer that I'm looking for? 44.244. Okay, so your calculator can do a lot of things directly. Try to do them directly on the exam. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 10 and their product is 24. So x plus y is equals to 10 and x into y is 24. What is the difference between their squares? So what is x square minus y square? Okay, that's the question. Um, okay, although this question is sort of, I can do it by taking a substitution and solving. I can say that x equals to, sorry, my screen's gone away. Okay, so x equals to 10 minus y, and I can do 10 minus y into y equals to 24, and then 10y minus y square equals to 24, y square minus 10y plus 24. Now when I solve this, I'm going to get two numbers 6 and 4. Of course, when y is 6, x is 4, and when y is 4, x is 6. What is the difference between their squares? So it's going to be 6 square minus 4 square, or 4 square minus 6 square, 36 minus 16. That should be 20. It's asking you for the differences. It's asking you for the absolute difference. Okay, so in that case, it's going to be 20. Okay, I could have done this question in another way. I could have just guessed the numbers here. What two numbers make up 24 when multiplied, and what two numbers make up 10 when added together, and that should have given you the correct answer. Okay, so moving on to the next question now. It says if the quadratic equations are x squared plus 5x plus 6, I can break up the middle term and then solve it, or I can use my calculator and solve it. That's up to me. It's going to become x plus 2 and x plus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to minus 2 and x equals to minus 3 should be the correct answer. What is the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation? Now remember that sum of roots has the formula minus b over a. You don't need to find the sum of the roots. You will probably not be able to find it in a lot of cases. This question is easy, so you may be able to do it, but 7 over 1 gives you 7. So that's the formula for sum of roots that you should remember. Moving on to more easy questions. I think there'll be 5 more. Which of the following transformations, so this is a question on functions transformations, which of the following transformation is applied to the parent function y equals to x squared to obtain the equation? Okay, so what has happened is if the original function was x squared, a 4 has been added. When you add something separately to the function, it's a vertical translation and of 4 units. That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 2 says y equals to 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. What are the x values for which y equals to 0? Okay. Okay, I could again sort of factorize this and find out. So breaking the middle term, 2x common, x plus 1 plus 3 common, x plus 1, x plus 1 and 2x plus 3. So x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 3 over 2. Okay, y equals to 27. Okay, so this is more of an exponential function. I'm going to use the rules of indices and come up with the solution. So 27 can be written as 3 power 3. When I make the bases same, I can say that the powers are equal. So 3 equals to 2x minus 1. 4 equals to 2x. X should equal 2. I could also do this question with a bit of trial and error if I wanted to. Question number 4, it says if the quadratic function is represented by the parabola represented by the function. Okay, what is the vertex of the parabola? So vertex is the turning point. There are various ways of finding the turning point. One of them is, I'm just going to demonstrate one of them so that you can see what is happening. I can find the x coordinate of the turning point, although this my calculator can do this directly. Okay, x coordinate of the turning point is minus b over 2a minus 5 over 2 times 2, which is 5 over 4. So the answer could either be a, b, or d. Okay, how do you find the y coordinate? You just plug that x coordinate in. Okay, so if I really have to use my calculator, why don't I just use that directly on a quadratic solution, and that's going to tell me the turning point. So 2 minus 5 and 3, and 3 over 2, 1, 5 over 4 is the x coordinate, and minus 1 over 8 is the y coordinate. Okay, so all of this can be done directly on your calculator. What is the value of y when x equals to 2? So I think that's simple. So 2 power 7. 2 power 7 is 128. Okay, that brings us, I think, to the end of the basic or easy questions. I will be back with some more medium difficulty questions in the next video. Thank you for watching.